They say money can't buy you happiness, but for billionaires, it simply depends how you spend it. Turns out there's no shortage of wildly extravagant gadgets and gizmos out there to help the richest of the rich keep boredom at bay. From inflatable super yacht mega slides to flying jet suits that let you fly like Iron Man, toss aside your wallet as we check out the most outrageous toys only billionaires can afford. Super Yacht Mega Slide. If there's one thing the world's wealthiest elites are known for, it's owning the snazziest super yachts they can find. But there's one super yacht owner out there who felt that just a standard super yacht wasn't enough. In 2013, an anonymous client approached luxury British yacht furnishings company Super Yacht Tenders and Toys with a tremendously tall order that made quite the splash. They'd requested no less than a custom-built inflatable water slide to be attached to the side of their 230-foot super yacht's helideck. This super-sized slide stands at a gargantuan 41 feet in length, weighs in at over 4,000 pounds, and cost a mind-boggling $35,000. And while we may not know the mystery buyer's identity, there's no doubt a whopping water slide like this is sure to see them making a name for themselves among their billionaire buddies. Psh, these billionaires. Who needs a yacht with a slide when you've got one of these babies? Giant BattleBots. From Transformers to Pacific Rim, you might think giant robots are confined to the world of science fiction and Shia LaBeouf. But if you'll believe it, it's now possible to pilot your very own giant BattleBot in the real world. If you've got the dollar to pay for it, that is. In 2012, this 13-foot-tall tank-like titan known as Kuratas was unveiled by Japanese robotics company Suidobashi Heavy Industry. But this isn't just any robot, it's the world's first giant rideable robot. Powered by gasoline and drivable at up to 6 miles per hour, Kuratas can be operated as a massive mech suit from its inbuilt cockpit. This mech robot hybrid can even be equipped with a cannon that fires water bottles, as well as a 6,000 round per minute twin BB Gatling gun that reportedly only activates when its rider is smiling. Because what else other than a lean, mean, mildly psychopathic machine would make a billionaire smile? Am I right? A single Kuratas unit was put up for sale on Amazon by Suidobashi Heavy Industry in 2015. But despite having no arms, nor the small-scale weaponry previously advertised, it was still offered at just over $1 million. Whether anyone bought the model remains unclear. But what is clear is that there are plenty of billionaires taking special interest in robots. During a technology conference hosted by Amazon in 2017, Jeff Bezos piloted another 13-foot mech suit that looks eerily like an Avatar AMP suit. A year later, he was even spotted taking one of Boston Dynamics' robot dogs out for a walk. Although these advanced machines were intended for industrial purposes, there's no doubt they make the perfect billionaire toy. And with enough investment towards developing robotic technologies, who knows what these mechanical toys of the future might look like? Oh boy, they say that androids dream of electric sheep, but I think I know what Jeff's robot dreams look like.
Do it! Just do it!
Tron-tastic. For the well-seasoned billionaire, making money is as easy as riding a bike. But maybe not the kind of bike you'd expect. This radical two-wheeler is known as the Neutron X, a real-life replica of the iconic light cycle from the 2010 movie Tron Legacy. Designed by American vehicle manufacturer Parker Brothers Concepts, these bikes use the actual blueprints created for the Tron movie props. The all-electric, street-legal replica packs 110 horsepower and top speeds of 125 miles per hour. Combined with its sleek carbon fiber exterior and customizable neon rim stripes, the Neutron X certainly lets you tear up the asphalt in true billionaire style. As of early 2023, just 10 models were available for purchase, priced at a track-scorching $100,000 each. It's likely they've already been snagged by a few especially wealthy Tron fans out there, but I wouldn't mind seeing one of these futuristic fancies cruise past me on the highway. That is, while I keep my prized wheels safely in my garage for my eyes only. Fidgety fortunes. They say all that glitters is not gold, but that doesn't stop the richest of the rich from pimping out just about everything they own. Oh, and showing it off wherever they can. You might have seen the fake Cartier fidget spinner featured in a parody commercial on Saturday Night Live, and while that was just played for laughs, it might shock you to know that there's actually a real-world counterpart. Known as the go-to for billionaires wishing to pimp their possessions, Russian luxury goods company Caviar are notorious for giving popular consumer products mega-expensive makeovers. In 2017, Caviar debuted the world's flashiest fidget spinner, made entirely of over 3.5 ounces of 18-karat gold. With an outrageous price tag of $17,000, playing with this glamorous gimmick is sure to make any billionaire ego spin out of control. Caviar went on to create an even more pimped-out personal gadget in 2019. This one-of-a-kind, iced-out iPhone 11 Pro is known as the Credo Christmas Star and features an intricate nativity scene molded into the 18-karat gold plating, positioned below a massive 3-karat diamond. To keep this gleaming gadget in your back pocket, you need to be truly deep-pocketed in the first place, since Caviar priced it at a sparkling $129,000. Ironically, anyone who could actually afford this iPhone probably wouldn't even need it, because their personal assistant would likely handle all their phone calls for them anyway. I guess that makes this dazzling device more of a toy than a communication tool, and perfect for playing the world's most luxurious game of Angry Birds. Gaming for gold. Speaking of luxury gaming, Caviar have extended their glittering Midas touch to more than just fidget spinners and phones. We all know how much value gamers place on their treasured consoles. So, in 2020, Caviar unveiled a premium PlayStation 5 that's worth its weight in gold. The PS5 Golden Rock Edition is encased in almost 10 pounds of 18-karat gold, and comes with a matching pair of shimmering DualSense controllers. While other golden PS5s have popped up in the past, like this smooth 24-karat gold-plated version worth $9,000, the Golden Rock quite literally crushes the competition, as well as about 99.9% of the world's wallets. While the original PS5 came with a $499 price tag when released in 2020, the Golden Rock version weighs in at an absurd $499,000 apiece. If you're thinking that nobody would ever actually pay $500,000 for a PlayStation, that's just your inner peasant talking. Despite only 9 models being manufactured, over 1,300 applications were put in for the limited edition consoles. And while the Golden Rock might look $500,000, its internal specifications are identical to those of a regular PS5. So, much like many billionaire treats, this toy's extreme price proves to be purely cosmetic. Swimming with the riches. While you might assume a billionaire's best friend is money, they're not against getting up close and personal with our friends in the animal kingdom, in ways only the ultra-rich can. Check it out. The Sea Breacher is a 2-seater personal watercraft that allows the rider to experience what it's like to roam the seas through the eyes of some of its most awesome creatures. Developed by American company Innispace Productions, these watercrafts can be customized to look like dolphins, sharks, killer whales, just to name a few. Powered by a supercharged 230 horsepower engine, the Sea Breacher glides at over 50 miles per hour along the water's surface, or 25 miles per hour underwater. That's the same max speed as a real-life dolphin. Most impressively of all, the Sea Breacher can even launch itself skyward up to heights of 20 feet for riders to live out their very own Free Willy moment. And yes, I mean the whale. While the Sea Breacher looks like the perfect vehicle to appear in the next James Bond movie, anyone who finds the sea a little scary sometimes might want to think twice before jumping into one. Me personally, I don't know what puts me off more, the crippling $100K price tag or the idea of coming face to face with a very real, non-Sea Breacher manufactured sea beast. Either way, I think I'll leave this torpedo-like toy to the thrill-seeking millionaires and billionaires of the world, who, unlike me, don't have to worry about putting a price on fun. Time and space. The best billionaire businessmen out there will tell you that time is money. But what they might not tell you is just how much money they're really spending on their own timekeeping gizmos. Released in 2014 by American luxury watchmaker Jacob & Co., the Astronomia Solar Planets Zodiac is the ultimate billionaire wristwatch that makes even a Rolex look basic. This personal timepiece quite literally reminds us of our place in time and space, featuring tiny rotating replicas of the sun and planets made from 8 different varieties of precious gemstone. It also includes 12 hand-engraved zodiac signs, filled in with 18-karat rose gold, which replace the 12 numbers found on a typical watch face. While the popular Rolex Submariner model can set collectors back between $9,000 and $45,000, those looking to get their hands on the Astronomia Zodiac will have to put up an earth-shattering $348,000. So, while not the most practical-looking timepiece, looks like Jacob & Co. have gone interstellar with creating a toy for helping billionaires feel like little intergalactic explorers. As we've seen, billionaires typically understand that time equals money. And I recently learned how to save a ton of time every day thanks to today's sponsor, Factor. Delivered to your door, with Factor you can skip meal prepping and cleanup too. With their fresh, never-frozen, pre-prepared dishes. There are over 34 flavor-filled dishes to choose from every week, but my personal favorites are their Protein Plus meal boxes, which feature a variety of juicy meats that remain succulent even after reheating, alongside tasty produce like broccolini and grape tomatoes. Plus, there are even surf and turf shrimp and steak meals and surf and surf shrimp and salmon meals coming soon. Best of all, Factor meals are ready to eat in just 2 minutes. If you want to join me enjoying restaurant-quality meals from home, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code BEAMAZED50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Thanks again to Factor for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it. Real Batmobile. While you've probably heard of the fictional billionaire Bruce Wayne, you may not know that real-life billionaires finally have a way to feel like the Caped Crusader himself. This is a fan-made and street-legal replica of the Batmobile Tumbler, straight out of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. In 2014, 5 of these replicas were put up for sale at a staggering $1 million each. And one of them even ended up in a luxury showroom in Dubai. While many other Tumbler replicas have been built by fans since its first movie appearance in 2005, this iteration boasts top speeds of 155 miles per hour, plus a beastly 500 horsepower jet engine. Combined with its sleek black exterior, menacing fins, and monstrous 44-inch rear tires, driving it would certainly make quite the statement. Just picture pulling up to a gas station in this bad boy, scaring small children and making grown men weep with envy. You'd be the talk of the town, or at least the talk of your local comic book store and PTA groups. Once you're done fighting Gotham's criminal underworld in your Batmobile tumbler replica, why not grab your visor and meet me on the green for a game of golf, Gotham style? Let me introduce you to the Batmobile Golf Cart. Perfect for thwarting the Joker's evil schemes, even while you're schmoozing business associates on the weekends. Outfitted with adjustable leather seats and twin storage compartments for all your golf clubs, just 5 of these tiny tumblers were hand-built by American machine manufacturer RPM Productions in 2021. Super Swamper rear tires and bat symbols unify function and flashiness to have any billionaire feeling like a real superhero, while speeding past sand traps and water hazards on the links at up to 40 miles per hour. While it costs around $50 to rent a regular golf cart for the day, one of these rare miniature Batmobile buggies will set golfing Gothamites back $50,000. So I guess I won't be driving my way to golfing victory in one of these bat buggies anytime soon. Toot toot. Flying hovercraft. Now a message for our ultra-rich friends who may be watching this video. Here at BMA's Luxury Industries, we know how annoying it can be for you poor, unfortunate billionaires that your supercars only drive on land. That's why we've got the perfect solution for you. The flying hovercraft. Yep, you heard us right. This magical contraption combines the thrill of flying with the ease of gliding over land and water. It's the triple threat that'll make you a celebrity down at the country club. But wait, there's more! Powered by a 130-horsepower gasoline engine, the flying hovercraft's fan-propelled air-cushion levitation technology conquers 30% inclines of all terrains and soars over the heads of admiring onlookers at up to 70 miles per hour. All of this for a tiny one-time payment of $190,000. You could probably find that between the cushions of your Versace velvet couch. So, what are you waiting for? Take your adventures to new heights by calling 1-800-DUMB-WITH-MONEY and order your flying hovercraft today. That's 1-800-DUMB-WITH-MONEY.
Subject to availability. Billionaire Shopping Network takes no responsibility for personal injury after purchasing one of our useless and overpriced products. No matter how much you pay yours, our lawyers are better.
Wow. I better keep a note about this shopping channel. It sure will come in handy the day I finally win the lottery. But in the meantime, I think I'll stick to watching Be Amazed videos instead. You can't put a price on knowledge after all, and these videos don't cost a single penny to enjoy. So be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let's get back to the action. Bling Ball. Despite their glittering lifestyles, in some ways, billionaires really are just like you and me. If they're anything like me, they'll love a good game of soccer. Their choice of soccer equipment, however, might be a little different. The Szymanski Diamond Soccer Ball is the perfect accessory for the ultimate soccer fan who doesn't only want to see their team score big on the field, they want in on the action themselves. Created during the 2010 FIFA World Cup by South African jeweler Yair Szymanski, the 3,500-carat blinged-out ball is studded with 9,260 white and black diamonds, $2.6 million worth of diamonds altogether. And while you probably wouldn't want to kick around a ball worth $2 million as it is, all that bling also comes with burden. While your average soccer ball is around 8 ounces, this billionaire ball tips the scales at 4.8 pounds, or a whopping 76 ounces. So I'd say anyone looking to use it for a practice kick-around is sure to get a pretty rude awakening. Although if you don't mind footing an expensive medical bill for a broken toe, it might be worth a shot, since the goalkeeper would be too busy shielding their eyes from the dazzling glare to even attempt a save. Spaceship car. Many millionaires and billionaires have splurged almost $500,000 per ticket to reserve a spot on the first civilian flights to space. And while it'll be some time before those space flights are occurring with any regularity, some companies out there are working day and night to recreate the spaceship experience on the ground. The all-electric Renault Trezor concept car was unveiled at the 2016 Paris Motor Show and offers just about everything a car-loving billionaire with a taste for intergalactic adventure could possibly want. With a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of under 4 seconds, the Trezor comes with a whole host of futuristic features that are truly out of this world. A true spaceship for the asphalt, the car has no doors and instead just an upward-lifting roof for the ultimate autonaut experience. The only way to make this thing more futuristic would be to slap on a few extra sets of wheels, and heck, why not add some wings and a jet engine too? But even billionaires who've already forked out to reserve their ride to space will need to blast $4 million towards Renault's sales team for a chance to own the Trezor. Still sounds like a dream come true for any billionaire with deep pockets and sky-high dreams. Personal submersible. With over 80% of our oceans unexplored, we're all wondering what could be lurking deep beneath the waves. But only billionaires have the means to go find out for themselves. This is the Deep Flight Challenger, an 18-foot-long one-person submarine developed by American marine engineering firm Hawks Ocean Technologies. In 2011, the billionaire founder of Virgin, Richard Branson, announced that he'd pilot the fighter jet-like sub down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean's Puerto Rico Trench, over 28,000 feet below sea level. Sporting a quartz view dome bonded with titanium to a carbon fiber hull, the Deep Flight Challenger is a billionaire toy built to withstand incredibly high pressures at the bottom of the ocean. Despite its heavy-duty build, the sub still failed preliminary stress tests in 2014, leaving Branson unable to fulfill his mission for now. While Branson's submarine project fell through, there are plenty of other billion-dollar companies coming out with outrageous personal submersibles for the rich to roam the waves in. This $5 million Seamagine Aurora 100 submersible can travel to depths of around 7,500 feet. It features 4 propulsion thrusters for exceptional maneuverability along tight reefs and can carry up to 7 passengers inside its air-conditioned, bubble-like cabin. Perfect for a wholesome day of billionaire family fun, unless your dad happens to be Jason Statham, of course. Shiny shooters. Whilst most of us are busy unlocking virtual golden guns in games like Overwatch, scarily, the rich seem to be amassing golden firearms in real life. This extravagant collection of shiny shooters consists of 4 AK-47s, 1 Uzi submachine gun, 1 Beretta handgun, and 6 hand grenades, all plated in 24-karat mirror finish gold. The man behind these golden guns is an unnamed collector based in London, who must have had plenty of disposable cash to splash. A project of this scale could have cost upwards of $30,000 to plate this many weapons in pure gold, and the price gets even crazier when you realize that these golden guns don't even work. Thankfully, none of these weapons are functional and are just meant to be admired. Although something tells me that the collector behind this costly cache plays make-believe mafia boss more often than he'd like to admit. Helicarpter. For decades, people have speculated about how the flying cars of the future might look. But today's billionaires have started to accumulate their very own flying wheels. Developed by Dutch aircraft manufacturer PAL V, the PAL V Liberty is not only the first flying car to make it into mass production, it was also approved as street legal across Europe in 2020. And while it might be unclear if this hybrid is more car or plane, it's actually a type of gyroplane. This means that its retractable main rotor above isn't powered by an engine, and is instead spun by airflow as the rear-powered propeller pushes the vehicle forward, generating lift. And while the PAL V's maximum altitude of almost 11,500 feet, you can really imagine cruising along gracefully between the clouds, casually sipping your latte and looking down at all the mere mortals stuck in rush hour traffic below. But with the sky-high $600,000 price for a PAL V Liberty Pioneer Edition model would be no problem for billionaires, it most definitely remains out of reach for all the proud hundredaires like me. Bedazzling board game. Substantial wealth and love for chess are a partnership that seem to be as old as time itself. So it only makes sense that the two come together in a grand statement of excess. Let me introduce you to the Pearl Royale, the world's most outrageously expensive chess set. Designed by Australian jeweler Colin Byrne, with just 3 models in existence, valued at $4 million each, this majestic set looks like it belongs behind a ridiculously secure bank vault in a heist movie. The board and pieces are intricately carved with solid 18-karat white gold, 513 carats of diamonds, royal blue sapphires, and extremely rare South Sea pearls. So you'd almost feel guilty about putting these pricey pawns in harm's way. Forget the Queen's Gambit. For the billionaire owner of this bejeweled board, this checkered statement is itself the ultimate checkmate. Supersuits. Any fan of Tony Stark has no doubt fantasized about owning their very own Iron Man suit. And while the billionaire Avengers getup is a work of fiction, it looks like real billionaires can finally play flying hero with some epic techie toys. Forget Stark Industries. It's Gravity Industries laying the groundwork for billionaires to live out their superhero dreams. In 2017, the British aerospace company unleashed this $440,000 technological masterpiece known as the Gravity Jetsuit. Featuring similar jet engines to the ones mounted on Iron Man's arms and back, the Gravity Jetsuit can generate over 300 pounds of thrust and carry a pilot for up to 10 minutes at 85 miles per hour. Plus, the helmet even shows the pilot data like fuel consumption through a Jarvis-style augmented reality display. But all that aside, I know what the main benefit of having a suit like this sounds like. Being able to channel your inner Sam Jackson and say this.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Starship Superyacht. The staple of any billionaire lifestyle, stories of outlandish superyachts and their connections to the rich and famous are everywhere, but they're not always what they're cracked up to be. In 2011, the internet was flooded with images of a boat called the History Supreme, which was thought to be the world's most expensive yacht. Over 110 tons of precious metals like gold and platinum supposedly covered the 100-foot boat from bow to stern. And it was reported that a Malaysian billionaire named Robert Kuok had bought the glistening ship for a sizable chunk of his $14.5 billion fortune. The price? An unbelievable $4.8 billion. However, it seems the tale of the History Supreme superyacht was too good to be true. In reality, no one's ever seen the yacht docked in any ports around the world. In fact, there's no real evidence that such a boat exists, and more likely, thanks to the magic of Photoshop, the internet was fooled. While a yacht worth almost $5 billion is just a pipe dream for now, insanely expensive yachts like Roman Abramovich's $1.5 billion Eclipse super yacht do exist. And there are more super yacht designers out there that are truly shooting for the stars with proposed billionaire builds. A short time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, the imagination of one billionaire-minded seafaring enthusiast ran wild, and thus the Estrella superyacht concept was born. Devised in 2020 by South Korean transport designer Yojin Jung, this striking vessel looks like a cross between a Y-wing and a Naboo royal starship from Star Wars. But before you start envisioning your future billionaire self enjoying a mean Dagobah daiquiri freshly mixed by a crew of droids, sadly the Estrella superyacht is just a concept for the time being. Envisioned to be 342 feet long, this Star Wars ship for the high seas is estimated to set its future billionaire owner back a galactic $200 million. And that's not including the crew of droids you're looking for. Penthouse playground. For most of us, the ultimate billionaire dream includes building your very own dream house with everything you've ever wanted inside. But when money is no object, it might be a little tricky to know when to stop, or when to realize that your house has turned into a legit theme park. This house was fitted with its very own private roller coaster, winding straight through the house, making every day a real thrill. Installed by a Dutch real estate company in 2014 to wow prospective buyers, it's exactly the kind of thing a kid with a blank check and unlimited funds would build. And I fully support the ridiculous concept. While indoor roller coasters don't seem to have taken off globally with any speed, water slides are, by contrast, seemingly a staple of billionaire pads. Around the world, ultra-rich real estate moguls are really splashing things to the next level with seamlessly integrated interior pools and slides. This sky penthouse comprises the highest 5 stories of the 560-foot Odeon Tower in Monaco. The cherry on the cake of this private residence is the awesome water slide leading down from a balcony overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. Priced at a cool $335 million, it's pretty clear the kind of uber-wealthy clientele this property and its glorious amenities are aimed at. Ridiculously excessive though it may be, I have 2 words for the realtor trying to shift this billionaire playhouse. Pool party! Which of these outrageous toys left you wishing you were a billionaire? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.